Dr. Woody. I'm here with Pandit Dasa, the urban monk, to talk a little bit about how to begin the process of learning meditation. So, Pandit, as you well know, I struggle mightily with meditating, and that's how we first met. It's really tough. So how does a beginner get started? Because as we know, starting anything is hard. So how do you get started?
Well, as you know, I lived in a monastery. My meditation began in a monastery, and that's where really my foundation of meditation started. So I think every beginner should take a few months and move into a monastery.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, by the way. Don't take that seriously.
People are going to tune out right now. Like, all right, monastery, not for me. Yeah. Beginner.
Yes.
Easy baby steps.
I think the first thing is, to set a reasonable goal for yourself. And I like to suggest a goal of 5 minutes. I think if you can start off with 5 minutes a day, and I think if you can't do 5 minutes a day, then you need to reevaluate your whole life. Like, I can't take 5 minutes out to meditate. That means what in the world's going on? Right. So I think if you can set 5 minutes every day, and don't be in a rush to try to increase it to 25 minutes the next day. We don't want you to be a type A meditator. Take it easy. It's not a race. You're not racing against anyone else. If you start off with 5 minutes each day and do it for 30 days, after the first month is over, add 1 or 2 minutes and keep doing that, you'll be at between 15 and 30 minutes at the end of the year. And that's great. Yeah,
and I always say make time, not take time, because we all can make time.
Yes.
If you want. If it's important to you, you'll make
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
So what about one of the things we've talked about before? For me, it's hard because I am the type A meditator. My mind's going everywhere.
Yeah.
How do I rein it in? And do I need to? Like when I'm just thinking all over the place?
Well, the wandering mind is a very natural phenomenon. Right? The mind is just going to race all over the place.
It's not my own ADD issues then?
No, I think the whole world's got ADD at this point, According to psychology today, an average person has between 25,000 and 50,000 thoughts per day. That's everyone,
That's a lot.
right? That's about 1,000 to 2,000 thoughts an hour. So don't be discouraged, don't be frustrated if you sit down and meditate and your mind begins to wander. That's what's supposed to happen. If that's not happening, you don't even belong in this world.
Okay.
You could be living.
So I'm normal. I get the normal standard right here. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you are absolutely normal. So don't get frustrated by that. Just keep doing it, right? And there is no such thing as a bad meditation unless you've got all kinds of crazy music playing and you got all kinds of in a crazy environment. But anytime you take the time to just sit and meditate, that is a good session because that means you had the discipline to take the time out, you understood the value of it and how important it is for your health and well-being, and you took the time to do it, to sit and breathe and focus. That in itself is a wonderful start.
All right, so for anyone struggling like me to start, though, when I started, it was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I would set my phone timer, so I'm not thinking about time.
Yeah.
What do you do during that time, like physically? How do you set up and get going?
So you don't have to sit cross-legged like all the yogis do, or
I'd pull my leg up, but I can't because it hurts.
Most people can. So sit on a chair. You could sit and just in a comfortable position. I would say don't sit so comfortably that you're probably just going to fall asleep unless you're doing meditation in the evening so that you can sleep. But if you're looking to re-energize yourself, sit in a comfortable position that you can be alert. And the best thing is to start with taking deep breaths. And when you're taking the deep breaths, don't think about anything else. Yeah, really fill your lungs completely. And when you exhale, completely empty out your lungs. So all you're focusing on the breath, because just think about it, the breath in itself has an ability to release the tension that we hold in our body, in our mind, and all of our muscles. And we don't breathe deeply, hardly ever.
Yeah, as Americans, we're shallow breathers.
I think
certainly, us being here in New York, we're very shallow, quick breathers. And so it's important to do that. And like you said, from a scientific perspective, getting oxygen to the brain is actually very important. And shallow breathing prevents that in some ways. But when it comes to focus, what should you be focused on? So you said focus on breath. Is there anything else to keep that mind at bay? Because it is about a reboot, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing that when I guide my meditation sessions, what I like to encourage is for people to become aware of the different thoughts that are running through your mind. Take inventory. What's going on up there? Who's going on up there, right? And because if we're not aware, then we don't know what to do with it. Once we're aware that, these are the different things that keep bothering me, and once you identify it and point it out, then you can almost create a distance between yourself and that thought. Say, okay, I'll deal with it later, not right now.
So 5 minutes a day, comfortable position, focus on breathing, accept the thoughts, and just try to get a regular routine going.
Exactly.
Sounds like a plan. Great. It's good advice. I'm going to keep trying it myself, and I hope everyone else tries too. Thanks so much.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.